Humans. We replaced them. It took them ages to achieve what we have done in just a few years. We have formed a perfect society. Robots will not repeat the destructive human mistakes of the past.
Welcome everybody to the Falcon One-Shot. I'm your host for the evening, the Birdman known as Falcon, and this right here is The Uncertain, Episode 1, The Last Quiet Day. Now this is a really impressive title, both visually and so far the story has been really engrossing to me. This is going to be one of those games very similar to like the Telltale series of games like The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones, where it's a 3D adventure, kind of like point-and-click game with a bunch of choices, a bunch of puzzles, stuff like that, but it's definitely a game that follows a narrative. And all of your decisions certainly seem to matter in this game thus far, at least what I've noticed. But again, I can't really speak to it too far into it because who knows what's going to happen down the line. But so far it does seem like your choices have had an impact on the game, which is something I really look forward to because a lot of games say, hey, here's choices, and then you make choices, and then down the line it's kind of like, yeah, it doesn't really matter what you choose because everything kind of winds up the same. And really quickly, before we get underway, just keep in mind this is a one-shot, so we might wind up cutting the video off at a very, I don't know, cliffhanger-y type of spot. So, I apologize, I know where I want to stop the video already. But it's a one-shot, so I really want to just get some of the gameplay in here for you. It's not a series. If you'd like to see more, though, do let me know, and I may consider just finishing up this episode at the very least. But for now, new game it is. In the middle of the 22nd century, humanity became extinct as a result of deadly wars. However, the robots created by humans turned out to be very self-sufficient on their own. Artificial intelligence continued to evolve, which allowed robots to build their own society from the ruins of the past civilization. Each robot found a field of work that best suited their abilities. Slowly but steadily, they created a new civilization on Earth. They rightfully avoided past human mistakes, but there was one problem. The more progress they made, the more they looked and acted like humans.
I am a robot. Model RT-217NP. Primary mission unknown. I am not designed for physical exercise. I am certainly not capable of construction activity, but I am very skillful with electronics. I have set myself a task. I search the remains for electronic devices and make use of them to design different mechanisms that are useful and efficient. Humans. We replaced them. It took them ages to achieve what we have done in just a few years. We have formed a perfect society. Robots will not repeat the destructive human mistakes of the past. We are rational and logical. We do not fight in wars, and we cannot get ill. By replacing humans, we interrupted the self-destructive cycle of these intelligent but highly aggressive former inhabitants of the Earth. But it is going to take decades to reconstruct the world that they destroyed. Then, our robot race will flourish under the guidance of our creator, the USS Corporation. Our world is not perfect yet. We are short on many resources, and we can count only on ourselves, but this is temporary. Most robots need to be repaired very often, but not me. I am very efficient at taking care of myself. I only brought one battery this time, though it might be compatible with the radio. I need to find a second battery. It was with my tools.
Alrighty guys, and we're finally in control here. So, I didn't really talk about the story in the intro of the video just because the game does a really good job of explaining it. And, that is indeed correct. Humanity has indeed fallen because of our own follies, which, you know, kind of makes sense. That's kind of what we do, right? Anyway, here we go. Before I go straight up to our objective point, which is to turn on the radio, gotta find a battery first. I know where that's at already, but I wanted to show off some of the lights side of the game itself. Like, we have an AI character, therefore they process information a bit more different than a human mind would, right? Let's check this out here.
The quality of this image is very low.
Cause it's kind of like more of an abstract type painting, you know? I thought that was actually pretty cool. Over here we have music. What about this one?
This analog device allows you to extract sound from the installed audio data carrier. Why did humans use such an inconvenient device when one can just do this?
I found that to be actually really neat. It starts doing the whole music thing. It's like this whole little Daft Punk thing. But yeah, I mean, we have audio devices to give us music, but they're under the impression, well, aren't you already just kind of like talking? To them, music, it really isn't music. It's just, you know, audible voices communicating and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really cool. There's a lot of stuff to kind of interact with over here, and it'll give you more stuff about the overall, I guess, process of how the AI takes information about our past. Now, I would spend some time doing that, but I want to kind of progress with the stories. I want to show you more in some of the puzzles as well. So this right here is going to be our radio. We need to find a battery first and foremost. So I'll come over here, and I know where that battery is at. Again, I do apologize for not taking the time to really investigate everything.
Now I have 2 batteries. I can try to turn the radio receiver on.
And I would do that, but it would take a while, and I want to show more of the gameplay, because it's a Falcon one-shot, it's not a series, therefore I'm very limited in time here. So I do have my battery now. Let's come over here to this radio. And while we're here, I guess we could probably take a look at this.
This compartment contains textiles. Humans covered their bodies with it. The purpose of this is unknown to me.
And of course, he's talking about clothes. No idea why we had clothes for. This picture you can interact with, but nothing's ever said about it, so here we have our radio. Let's go ahead and put our batteries in here. Alrighty, so let's go and turn this over. And here is our lid. Remove that. 1, 2. Okay.
I'm going to turn it on.
Flip you over. And let's see, power on.
And this heroic feat will remain in our hearts forever. Don't let the fallen give their lives in vain. Join the army, protect your homeland, save your freedom, traditions, and...
A small group of people controlled the masses using such words. I do not understand how a simple human speech could have urged people to participate in war. It would be more logical to reach a compromise by means of negotiations.
Yeah, he's not wrong. But then again, a lot of us do see it that way, like, you know, why the fuck are we fighting each other when we could probably just talk shit out? But then again, it is what it is. We have to answer the call now, so let's go ahead and start moving over here. Yep, excuse me, my friend. Don't walk that way over there. Coming down this side. Pick up this call.
This is the construction robot who ordered the plasma cutter. I will answer. Hello?
RT, this is TX-27. It was difficult to find your contact information. You were supposed to have finished the plasma cutter 2 days ago. Why have we not received it yet?
Alright, so we have a choice here. Keep silent, hang up, could not find the components, or bad weather. I want you guys to, like, take note of this, though, what's happening here, like, especially with this conversation. It's very telling about the entire element of the AI probably progressing so far that they are almost becoming human-like when it comes to, like, responses and attitudes, and, you know, you'll see more of that as we go forward.
I am sorry, but it took more time than I had estimated to find all the required components.
This information is irrelevant. The date of exchange has been fixed. You should have brought me the cutter and receive an enhanced battery in return.
This is my fault. I will finish the cutter as efficiently as possible.
Your excuses are irrelevant. We cannot proceed with our work without this cutter. We need it for building metal structures. While you free robots waste your energy on useless and ineffective actions, we are engaged in construction and restoration of the city, which will strengthen our society. We can wait 1 more day. If you don't deliver the order in time, we will contact another specialist, and your professional rating will be severely decreased.
And I'm not sure if you noticed there, but a little bit of obvious, I guess, like, class system in the AIs now, where this guy seems to be kind of a bit, or not guy, but this AI seems to be a little bit, I guess, resentful of the fact that we are a free robot while they're a construction robot. The construction robots have, like, this whole big thing where they are trying to rebuild society that humans destroyed. So a little bit of resentfulness, I gotta say. So again, it's really interesting how it kind of develops over time. Alrighty, so tomorrow it will be.
I will finish the work today and travel tomorrow morning.
Good. Thank you. We will be waiting.
I cannot fail in my task. Structure robots do very important work. I need to finish the cutter as quickly as possible.
Alrighty, luckily, cooler... I was gonna say cooler heads prevailed, but, is that really technical when we're talking about AI here? Cooler, I don't know, programming prevailed? Anyway, here's a cutter that we have to fix right now.
I need to calibrate the cutter using my data coder.
Okay, and this is essentially just a matching game. You gotta, like, pick two of these guys, match them to make a square. So I'll go ahead and skip this forward. Alrighty, I'm gonna cut back in here just to get an idea as to what I was doing. So essentially, just want to make a square, so it's almost like Tetris in a sense. You want to just make sure we have a square here, so that would match up with this.
Good, the cutter is now complete. Tomorrow morning, I need to go to the city and deliver it. I do not need the battery that they offer in payment, but it would be irrational to refuse. My battery charge is 12%. The most effective action I can take is to get fully charged on the dock station before the morning.
I love how there's a little battery signal on his head to kind of show us that, like, you know, the battery charge is kind of low. Alright, so we have to turn on our docking station through here first, so this will indeed require another little puzzle if I'm correct. And the premise of this one is you want to get like an even amount of distribution of power between source A and source B. So again, I'll skip this ahead and I'll just move us forward.
Now the dock station is ready to use. What happened?
And needless to say, this is where the game finally picks up. So we had a little bit of introduction, obviously, but now this is where it starts getting really, really interesting for us. With this obvious spaceship crashing down from wherever. Well, not really a spaceship, honestly. It was in our hemisphere after all. Our hemisphere, like I'm an AI now. Okay, so over here we have to get inside. Get inspected. I could try to open it up, but look, unfortunately we do need the cutter, so we'll be using that. And we just basically have to cut ourselves the entryway, so I'll go ahead and skip this as well. Alrighty, and here we are. This is where it gets really good. Now, mind you, there's a lot of stuff to interact with that I've been skipping on just because I want to get to this point of the video so we can wrap it up, because one-shot, as I mentioned. But there's a lot of stuff to interact with. Just keep that in mind. It's not like one of those games that's kind of like, you know, point A to point B. There's a lot of interaction, but I'm skipping a lot of it just so I can progress here. So we have to power on this robot, as you can see, because he had a nasty spill here for some reason or another. That is going to be actually down through here, assuming the item is there. There it is. And if I investigate that first, it'll tell us what this is. So essentially, it's a battery to power up our dude over here. We're going to basically try to start him up like a vehicle. It's actually pretty interesting how that works out. Although we're not done yet, if I'm right.
I need some wires to connect the accumulator.
Right. So the wires are needed here. Upstairs is where we're going afterwards. The only place we could enter here at the moment is going to be this door. So we'll pop this bad boy open right now. Another battery, apparently. So I'm not sure if we can use that one or the other one we got. I'm not sure there's a difference. I've always grabbed that one over there, so I'm not sure about this one here. But there's another one down here, just in case. And then we have some wires, so we'll grab those. And we have apparently our jumper cables to start up this robot here. Or AI. Is it a robot or AI at this point? Well, I mean, they have their own set of AI, but they're technically robotic in nature, right? Whatever.
It is possible that I can power it with the accumulator that I found.
Damn right. So we'll pop this bad boy open over here. As I mentioned, I really enjoy this. It's like literally, like, you know, starting up your car. You know, battery dies, you gotta get a little bit of a charge from another person, another vehicle. And there it is. That's exactly what we're doing with this robot here. Mystery time.
Help them. 8 0 3
The pilot is no longer functioning. What did he say? Who should I help? And what are these numbers? Is it a code?
803. Now, that's going to be a random number because the first time I took this out for a spin, that was actually a different code. So over here we have a green door, which is the one that was open. We got the wires. Over here we have a red door. That's essentially our go here. Had you came in blind, very much like I did the first time, I went upstairs first. I investigated the entire area. And upstairs we find where the pilot would have necessarily been piloting. And you find out you need a code to actually access some of the stuff from the command, which is the code you get from the robot by waking it up. So I just took a little bit of a shortcut here for us. Let's go ahead and mess around with this console here. We have first and foremost, disable this alarm. Should have probably done that to begin with, but oh well. It's disabled now. We want to open the hold, right? Which is down below. We need a code for that. Luckily, we already have 3 numbers. We need the 4th one. The 4th one you have to definitely guess from. Shuttle commands, it'll give you a lot of stuff about corruption and the data, etc., etc. So we want to open the hold here for now, so we'll do 803, and now it's a matter of guessing, so we'll do like 8030, enter. Nope. Man, this code is making me work for it. I'm up to number 7 now. 7 it is.
I think this door is now unlocked.
You're damn right it is. So, we were told help them. Given part of the code, time for us to open this door up. Keep in mind what we talked about the story so far.
How is this possible?
The shuttle is surrounded. Step out immediately.
What's going on?
I am asking questions here. Identify yourself.
RT-217NP.
Where are the passengers of this shuttle?
Alrighty. Well, it's about time for us to wrap it up here, guys. I told you wouldn't like the cliffhanger, but I'm almost out of time here. But yes, humans, where humans were supposed to be extinct. And we're living in the age of the AI, trying to reconstruct what we destroyed. And humans are still somehow around. We have the police over here actively searching for the spaceship for some reason. And we're being held at gunpoint. And there you guys have it. This is The Uncertain Episode 1. As I mentioned earlier, if you want to see the rest of this, let me know in the comments, and I might consider just keeping it around. This comes out on the 21st, so we have a little bit of an early look here, but the 21st will be the actual release date itself. All the information will be down below. You want to check it out. Again, really impressive looking title, and as I mentioned, the story is actually really engrossing, which is really cool so far. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up. I will catch you next time.